Why life as a roly-poly is not what it seems. The world sees your gray armored body and calls you a creepy little house bug. But that is the first mistake. You are not an insect. You are a stranded ocean creature, a land-dwelling crustacean, a hidden cousin of crabs, shrimp, and lobsters, crawling through someone's backyard like your family tree took one very confusing exit out of the sea. And crushing you with a shoe may be a mistake the whole yard quietly pays for. Because the gray bug hiding somewhere damp outside is doing something humans will only understand later. You begin life in darkness, where the soil stays cool, wet, and full of things the living world has thrown away. Dead leaves soften into the ground. Wood breaks down. Fungus spreads through tiny cracks. Roots twist past your shelter like underground wires. To a human, this place looks dirty. To you, it is breathable. Your body carries an ancient problem. You live on land, but you still breathe through gill-like structures under your body. Your ancestors came from the sea, and evolution helped you crawl into the dirt, but it never fully canceled the ocean subscription. So your life is a contradiction. You walk through air with a breathing system that still needs moisture. If the air dries out, your gills stop working properly. On dry land, surrounded by oxygen, you can begin to suffocate. That is why you live in the shadows. Not because you are evil, not because you are planning a basement takeover. Because sunlight steals moisture, heat turns the air dangerous, and dryness can turn your own body into a trap. So you stay in the hidden places humans usually ignore, under stones, inside mulch, beneath wet leaves, along damp basement walls, anywhere the world still feels a little like the ocean. Then one morning, your ceiling disappears. A stone is lifted. Light floods your shelter. The wet ground is suddenly exposed, and the air feels sharper than it should. Above you, a human shadow pauses. To them, you are an ugly surprise. To you, it is a survival emergency. You cannot bite your way out. You have no venom, no stinger, no impressive claws. If nature gave you armor, it apparently spent the entire budget there and forgot the weapons department. So you use the one defense you have. You fold. Your armored plates lock together. Your legs vanish underneath you. Your soft underside disappears. In a second, you turn from a walking crustacean into a tight gray ball. To a human, it looks cute. To an ant, it is a locked door. To a spider, it is a disappointing meatball with excellent security. This is your shield. Not poison, not violence, just architecture. You wait inside your own body until the danger passes. But sometimes, it does not. Sometimes the human sees the little gray ball and decides it does not belong here. A shoe moves. A broom scrapes the ground. A spray bottle appears like a toxic nightmare. And the saddest part is that the human thinks they are removing a pest. They do not know what you were doing before the light arrived. Because your work is quiet. You are not chewing through the house. You are not hunting pets. You are not ruining the garden. Most of the time, you are eating the dead things nobody wants to think about. Rotting leaves, decaying roots, soft wood, old plant matter collapsing back into soil. You take the yard's waste and break it into smaller pieces, feeding the hidden system beneath every healthy garden. Every mouthful helps return nutrients to the ground. You are not attacking the living plants. You are cleaning up after them. But that is only the first part of your job. As you feed in soil, your body can take in dangerous heavy metals such as lead and cadmium. Instead of letting those toxins move freely through the environment, you can lock some of them away inside your body in mineral-like deposits. You are not just eating decay. You are helping trap poison. The creature humans almost crush without thinking is working in the soil like a tiny hazardous materials technician with terrible branding. And still, you remain fragile. The same damp places that keep you alive also hide things that hunt you. Centipedes move through the mulch like living knives. Spiders wait at the edges of your shelter. Birds flip leaves looking for anything soft enough to swallow. Ants test your armor, searching for a gap. Every night, you move through a world built for bigger mouths. You follow moisture like a map. A wet crack in the wall becomes a hallway. A leaking pipe becomes a shelter. A damp corner becomes a temporary ocean. When humans find you indoors, they think you came to invade. But you did not come for them. You came because somewhere nearby, the air was wet enough for your ancient gills to keep working. Then the season shifts, and your quiet life becomes a race to continue a lineage that should probably still be underwater. If you are male, you search through darkness, contact, scent, and chance. There is no song, no grand display, no dramatic duel under moonlight. Just a small armored crustacean moving through wet soil, trying to find a female before the world dries out or something with more legs finds you first. If you are female, your body becomes more than armor, it becomes a nursery. After mating, you carry your young in a special brood pouch under your body, called a marsupium. They are not laid into the dirt like abandoned eggs. They stay with you in a moist chamber pressed against your underside. You are not an insect mother. You are a crustacean mother, carrying a hidden nursery beneath your plates. When the young finally leave, they do not emerge as caterpillars or larvae. They look like pale, miniature versions of you, soft and vulnerable, stepping into the same damp gamble. They must find darkness before they dry out. They must find decay before they starve. They must survive long enough to become part of the invisible workforce beneath the yard. You are a recycler, a living filter, a creature that never came to harm the house, only to stay damp enough to live.